What's up, fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am always your host, Edwin. Where do all fights start? Round one. So we have an amazing show for you here today. Stick around. Let's talk boxing. And like always, let's get right into this episode. It's good to be back in the studio. Oh, yeah. I got to tell you, a lot has been going on in the sport of boxing. So let's get into this. One time, Keith Thurman. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Huh? Jarvis Brock. Was he a worthy opponent? Absolutely. Absolutely. Jarvis was a worthy opponent for the situation that is one-time Keith Thurman. Coming back from that many years of inactivity, you could quickly see that one-time Keith Thurman wasn't like his typical speed self. You know what I'm saying? Not like when he came out in the first round with Danny Garcia. He didn't look like that against Jarvis. You could see that the one thing that one-time Keith Thurman understands is freaking boxing, bro. Yeah. He knows the where and the when. He knows when to let it go. Distance. He called Jarvis early. Jarvis called him. Jarvis was doing a lot of things, but Keith was just baiting him, blocking a lot of his shots in the high guard. Keith didn't, like I said, he didn't really look like himself. But at 36 years old, to come back like that, if he can keep, staying in the gym, and you never know. Because I'm going to tell you right now, not all two men are the same. Some men can be able to be athletic way in their late age and still be able to perform at a high level. Just ask Tom Brady, right? So there are men that can pull their sport off and late. But not every man can do it. Now, one time Keith Thurman, he got caught with a couple shots. What's up, Lionheart, baby? How you doing? Saying hi before work? Absolutely. Have a great day at work, Lionheart. You know what I'm saying? Give him hell. Yo. So, I mean, what can we say about that fight? Keith Thurman went in there, did his thing. I thought the young man was going to steamroll him. And that's how he was talking in the press conference leading into the fight. He was going to steamroll one time, Keith Thurman, this, that, and third. And one time came out there and showed him, yo, listen, son, you're good. There's levels to this. I'm a veteran in the game, former world champion. And, it wasn't one of those situations where we saw one of our great, good fighters go out there and get embarrassed by the young fighter, and give a bad account of himself. One time came out there and he gave a great account for himself. He still got a few tricks up his sleeve. And he was more than enough for Jarvis. Put him away in the third round. Yeah. He was kind of toying with him at that point. So, now we got this Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. Here we are again. We got this Bill Haney, what many people consider to be a meltdown on TV. But I have to admit, Bill did a little bit have, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was right. Bill Haney was right. It was just his aggressive, rebuttal to the announcer, right? In which, in fact, when they're all on the podium the announcer that's, talking to all the fighters, whether or not, you took a poll or whatever on questions that they wanted to ask the fighters, and you're at work and they're telling you to read off this card or saying in your earpiece, however that goes, also for what he says. So when he interviewed Devin Haney, Devin the American Dream Haney, the youngest undisputed champion of the world, okay, when he was interviewing him, he referred to him as having a weak chin. And Devin Haney said, well, I take it, I handle adversity. I got dropped, I kept getting up. Rather than saying, they're saying that suspect Ryan Garcia can crack. You don't question the punching power that Ryan Garcia has. I mean, Tank Davis told the world, this hitter I've ever come across. He said, when Ryan hit me, it hit different. That's what Tank said. So rather than saying Ryan Garcia can crack, which we could see in his career, he has that monster check hook. He's put out all of his fighters with that shot. So the man said, "Oh, Devin, you got a suspect chin." Nah, I don't think he had a suspect chin. I think he got cracked by a big puncher. He got hurt early and often. He couldn't get out of it. It's kind of what I saw. I'm not on the line that I can say two things about Devin Haney. Here's two things I can't definitively say about Devin Haney. One, he don't got a good chin. And two, he's pillow fisted. Can't say that about him. Why? The definition of pillow fisted you would be in conversations with world champions that have the lowest knockout ratio. Stephen Kubo Fulton was on that list. Sonny Edwards was on that list. Takuna Inoue was on that list. They were world champions without knockout power. And none of those guys were called pillow fisted. Stephen Kubo Fulton wasn't called pillow fisted. He was skilled. Just didn't have knockout power. That's what they said. All right. I'm on the line. Devin Haney's skill. He don't have one punch knockout power, but he does have knockout power when he got your fighter hurt. Accumulation of punches, accumulation of rounds, breaking a fighter down. And let's just all remember, who are we comparing Devin Haney's knockout power to? Meaning these are trained athletes that train every day to take punches to the face. They're conditioned for this shit. To knock out those type of men, it's a lot harder than just to knock out your average Joe that's coming off his couch. These are trained professional fighters. They know how to roll with a punch. So knocking out a professional boxer is not as easy as it seems. Although it does happen, I don't think Devin Haney can just walk out there and just, he's not that kind of fighter. So Devin Haney now is coming across a lot of scrutiny. And what I believe and what's going on. What's up, baby? How you doing? What's up, Flyer? How you doing? I'm going to drop this link too in a second. What I believe is really going on with my man Devin, man, has some part to do with him and his dad, truthfully. I'm going to be honest right now. And I get it. Devin and his dad put a lot of, they put a big target on their back. Talk about they was going to send Bill was going to send his son out there to kill Ryan. And when the night didn't go your way and the drug scandal broke out, there was your way out. I think myself, I might have not took that way out. I wouldn't have allowed myself to accept that that's why I lost. I wasn't going to go down that road. When you hear that phrase, I want it back in blood, that's exactly where my mindset would have went. Straight warrior mode. I want that back. And I don't think I would have debated it or disputed it on social media like the Haneys did. So a lot of the backlash that they're getting is really due in part to themselves. But let's just all step back for a second, people. Let's all just take one step backwards. How much shit have you ever done in your life that you wanted to take it back? How many times have you ever wanted a second chance? Seriously. Seriously. I'm not trying to sell you on nothing. You gonna think what you gonna think. You gonna act the way you gonna act. I ain't selling you on nothing. I'm just saying. I respect fighters. I respect boxing. Devin Haney is here. Represents the U.S. I need him to be a champion. You can see Devin Haney is in a weird place because he's fighting a lot of scrutiny. But Bill Haney, his dad, he was on point with, I mean, he was a little over the top, right? But I guess if you're going to get your point off, you're going to get it off, right? You could see that everything that he's been taking, getting the scrutiny and the level of disrespect he feels him and his son have been receiving, whether it's in the boxing gym or in the money room where all the fighting and the signing goes down, wherever he feels the disrespect is coming, 100% homeboy caught it. And you could see it all coming out of Bill. That was just much more than that moment on that stage. That was all these weeks and months building up in Bill Haney, and he let him have it. He caught it. My man showed class on the way he tried to divert Bill's and be like, Bill, you ain't mad at me. Give me. I thought that was a little corny. Maybe a handshake, a hug type shit. Come on, man. Right? But Bill was going to do that anyway. You know, look, and then to all the people that might say this, he heard on a lot of channels, but just in case, to all the people that might say this, that they were being biased or racially discriminating against Bill Haney for not allowing him to be on the stage with his son, right? And I could already see that coming. I just want to point out one thing. If I'm not mistaken, neither was Ryan Garcia's father on this stage, which is a class act of his own. Neither was Rolly's father on the stage, which is a class act of his own. Oh, and by the way, neither was Teofimo Lopez Sr. led on the stage, which each of these young men have a particular father, manager, that the world knows. They're real boisterous with their mouth, and they love the spotlight of what their sons is doing. Proud dads, right? You know what I mean? So before the world, don't go there. I haven't heard it on any channel. I'm just saying it. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm gonna tell you, I can already see what some people might say. They was hating on the Haneys. They was in Elaine's dad up there. Yo, that's being biased towards Devin Haney. Well, shit. None of the other dads was up there neither. So I was like, okay. So My point is this. My point is this, right? I gotta admit, David Haney's a pretty good boxer. He ran into a bigger puncher. That's what happened. He ran into a bigger puncher, and I think Ramirez is in for a long night, or maybe a short one. Devin Haney knows he has to make a statement. I think that he's going to sit down on his punches, and I think Ramirez might try to anticipate that. I'm not sure where his knees are, Ramirez's knees, if he has that kind of like bounce still in his step. That I would have to see. I went from thinking that Devin had the toughest fight to now believing Tio got the toughest fight on the card. Yo, some people criticize Tio about the way he went about it. I think Tio was being a professional the entire time until Barboza pushed him to a point where like Tio was like, "All right, you think I'm sweet?" Like, see, because if you watch it, Barboza actually pushes and shoves Tio, I think it was twice, and then knocks off the hat. See, like, Tio could have, like, smacked him in the first time, but Tio was trying to stay professional. Tio was staying within himself. So Barboza pushes him again, and I'm like, Tio ain't gonna do nothing. And then boom, he hit the hat. Tio stepped back. He said, psh, and smacked him. What made it so bad, I think, right? Okay, first of all, I guess they do that where they're from. I guess that, I don't know. That's cool. One of us got to go after that. Listen, you're not supposed to smack a man like that. You know, like, just punch me in the face, bro. For real. Don't smack me, man. But what made it look so bad was the big bouncer dude that picked Arnold Barboza up, and he kind of like sunned him, like, yo, just don't make security pick you up because it makes you look little. You know what I mean? When the security picks you off your feet like that. And the fact there was only one, at least Connor Ben, when he got the egg on the side, it looked crazy because it was like 3 or 4 dudes. They was all, Connor was going crazy. Arnold got one hand on the waist, and the dude was blocking his hands and just picked him up. Like, I was like, no, nah. I might have had to steal off on the bouncer just for GP. You know what I mean? I don't know. That shit was, it made him look little, man. And he just got smacked, so it looks that much worse. I was just like, shit, right? And one thing I've been noticing that leading into this fight right here, I guess the fans and the people don't want to let shit go. And there are some fans out there in the sport of boxing that have deemed Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez racist. They don't give a fuck about what anybody say. They're officially the Klansmen. Both of them dudes. And I say, why don't you guys be honest with yourselves? Really be honest with yourselves. Are they any more racist than you or me? Or are you mean to tell me you don't sit home and talk about all other nationalities with your family? Or when you hear something in your family, if you're not a racist, do you check them? Or do you let it go? Because by you letting it go, then you're enabling their racism. If you're such an anti against racism, I think we all have a bit of racism inside of us. I truly do. Everybody loves their race more than another. So before you go down that road that Tio and Ryan are the Klansmen, right? I don't think they like that. I think they're a bunch of rich dudes, stuck up personalities, fighters. They thought they could say anything on their mind. I mean, they paying for it. But they ain't no more racist than you are or me. Be honest with yourself. You saying that your sister can come home with any nationality, your mother can date any nationality, and your girl can go out with any nationality. It would never affect you. If so, then you are. But it's like a healthy one. It's like something we're conditioned to do. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. Tell me we weren't raised like this. Tell me they didn't make us pick sides. Tell me. Tell me that the world didn't do this to you or me. Tell me. They made me like this. They made me pick sides. On the application, it says Hispanic, black, or white. Marca dos for Espanol. They even gave a separate language, everything. When we went in a room, if we were all white, let's just say hypothetically, if we were all labeled white, we were all in the same room, but we all had different skin color, but our label was white. As more people came in, we wouldn't be afraid of them. Change their name to yellow. And if they come in and they identify as yellow and the next guy green, we're all white. Even though you look like us, there's nothing changed. You just identify as green. Now we're like looking at you like, wouldn't that be considered being racist towards green? Same shit. No more than you are, than I am. No more than we've all been conditioned. They made us like this, bro. Tio's not the problem. Ryan Garcia is not the problem that's wrong with this world. They're just fighters, bro, with big fucking mouths. Yeah, I would like to smack the shit out of them, but you know what? Somebody else is qualified to do that. And eventually, I'm going to get my popcorn out and I'm going to watch it unfold. But I know how to let shit go. Let's move on. They dragging shit from way back here, bringing it into the fight, talking about, in this fight, Ryan Garcia is a drug cheat. Devin Haney got a glass jaw. Man, fuck that shit, bro. Let's talk about Devin Haney going whoop. Maria is his ass there. Let's talk about who's gonna win out of Ryan Garcia and Rolly. That's the guy in front of him. When we get to their fight, y'all can't wait. Devin and Ryan ain't even fighting. And they're doing more talking back and forth on the fucking... He ain't even fucking talking to Rolly. But Rolly punk ass ain't saying nothing because he seemed like he's shy in front of a mic now. I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. And then you got prop boy Teofimo Lopez looking like Brett Michaels from WWE with makeup and a fucking sword. What is this? What are you doing, Tio? And that fake ass belt and the whole shit was going like, I was like, yo, y'all need to focus on the man to your right or your left. That's who the hell you fighting. When we get to this mindset, yo, is that we gonna hear forever. We gonna hear forever. And you know what I say? Fuck arguing the story. Let's talk about the results. Yeah, they gonna knock me, but yeah. When we get there, they get in the ring and they get in front of each other. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. All this speculation, all this other, right? But listen, we all know it for a fact. that when the day comes, Ryan Garcia and Devin shall meet again, 100%. Bro, they gonna test Ryan. Ryan throw a fart, they gonna come in through the windows like fucking FBI rolling around. Blood and urine, Ryan. We smell that. Blood and urine. Bro, they gonna be on him. They gonna be on Ryan. Come on, bro. You know it. So, all the answers you searching for, you're gonna get it on the night of the fight. You gonna get it. I can't wait to see what Devin looked like against homeboy. I want to see what Ryan looked like, because I got to be honest. Yo, guys, please, guys, it doesn't matter about the PE that Ryan actually had in his body, because the PE itself didn't make Ryan throw a left check hook. He's been doing that his entire career. And it didn't make Devin Haney get hit with it any more than whether he was on it or not. Devin Haney knew what he had for a weapon. He was honest. He told the entire world leading into the fight, it was Devin Haney's job to get out of that, away from that punch, right? Hey, did he or did he not get hit with that shot? Yes or no? He did. Whether or not somehow you say that the PE gave him more pop, more strength, I didn't find that in my evidence finding. That left check hook was, in fact, slower than most of his check hooks that he knocked out previous fighters. Ryan was faster in the Tank fight. Ryan was faster in the Luke Campbell fight. Ryan was faster. In fact, he looked like shit with Devin Haney. That's why I've been looking at these dudes like they want to argue the steroid scandal. And I'm actually looking at it like, yo, that's not validating your point any better, because when you look at Ryan Garcia's performance, he was a C- level, a C- fighter in there against Devin. So with a C- performance, he did that to you? Ryan looked like shit in that ring against Devin, bro. He looked overweight, fat. He didn't look really all that fast. He got tired quick. He had to give him his back multiple rounds. Ryan looked like trash. His footwork was trash. Everything. He just had brute strength. And Devin Haney couldn't get around it. He was the other person in the ring. Now, if you want to go on the line that Ryan's a drug cheat, I'm with you. Okay, cool, fine. He is. Didn't they take the victory away from Ryan? And isn't Devin Haney still now undefeated? Yeah. Well, you got your justice, right? According to you, Devin shouldn't have lost that fight. Well, he hasn't. Justice was served. Ryan got a year suspension. Can we move on? Or is it every time you see Ryan, you got to say, you're a drug cheat? Why? Canelo's right there. Conor Ben's right there. A lot of these guys are right there. It doesn't seem like it's just because Ryan's so damn popular. Everybody wants to share their opinion on this kid. I think Ryan Garcia, he's going to get his one day. He's going to get hit. Yeah, riding on this high horse, thinking that one day somebody's not going to show up. Or is Ryan going to take the sport serious? We'll find out. We're going to find out. Ryan said, Edwin, Ryan said he hates black people. Where the fuck did he say that at? What happened? Ryan said he hates black people and he used the N word, said he hates Muslims too. Both? Jeez. Ryan say some shit, bro. Jeez. Ryan. Fucking drugs. Yo, you be high on some shit and you say some crazy shit, man. I'm gonna tell you. But that doesn't excuse him. Nah, that doesn't excuse him. If you're gonna say some shit like that, well, then you better wear that as a badge. You better be ready for everything that comes your way. You gonna say some shit like that. You know, I don't follow everything Ryan says out of his mouth. Uh, you know what I'm saying? But I know that I've seen people say shit that in actuality weren't racist. Meaning, right? I know a dude. See, I don't have to keep putting their names into it. They're celebrities. You'll probably figure out who I was talking about anyway, right? But I know a dude that said the N word and said he hates black people because he caught his wife in bed with a black dude. Right? I seen the same situation play out with a white dude, where that the sister was banging a white dude, and the black dude said, "I hate white dudes, this, that, and third," and called the white dudes. So I seen it go both ways. But that's like in the heat of the moment, like saying like now you're like mad for like 2 weeks or whatever against that race that was banging your girl's guts out every day. Like if you walked in your house and your TV was on Telemundo and your girl's not Spanish and you're not Spanish, you might think something because I might have been there. But wait, listen. So you might hate Puerto Ricans. I get it. I get it. I'm not sure if something like that happened to Ryan week before, but I do know that Ryan's friends his entire life was brothers, Mexican kid, Latin kid. Like he, I don't think he was like racist like that. Like, like my grandmother, we used to accuse her of being racist, right? She would tell us, "Don't bring that white girl home. Don't you bring them white girls to my house." She would tell us this. And I'm, Grandma, you being racist as hell right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The JJ, I see no color. Okay? They all pink at the end of the day. Stop it. Or light brown or whatever. Let me find out. You know what I'm saying, Grandma? You ain't even let me do that, right? So I used to laugh, right? Because she would tell us, like, not this, not that. But I asked her, "Yo, Grandma, you ever date a white dude?" "Yep." "The fuck you did? Then why can't I do it? Like, what are you doing?" Right, Grammy? And I mean, she always wanted us to date within our culture. She wanted us to be with Puerto Rican. I don't know. I guess you know what I mean. That goes down to like who you love or something, or where you was raised, or how you was raised. I'm not technically gonna sit here and say that my grandmother was a Klansman. No, no. I mean, uh, that's how we're fucking installed to be. We be with your own ethnicity, and then all of a sudden be with whoever you want to be, and then all of a sudden now be gay, and then all of a sudden it's like, how far are we going? And it's like, this is how I was programmed since a child. They made me pick between things, between nationalities, races, women, everything. And I had no idea this was happening to me. I've been so programmed, and then I got to fight against, and I have to sort out what's right and wrong. What I deem to be right and wrong, or what I hear or led or influenced or my people, or I think I speak for all. You know what I mean? It's how far you want to dive into it, I guess. I'm just a fucking human, bro. The last time I check, if I get cut, I bleed. If I eat something, I take a shit. Like, no matter what color, nothing. That don't mean shit to me. But I know what the truth is. I know what the truth is. And the truth is this. Is Ryan Garcia any more much of the racist than what you are? You might not publicly say it. You might not be foolish enough to let something slip. Yeah, because you just don't got the money to be the asshole you truly want to be. Money allows people to be the asshole they truly are. You'll see the person come out of them because they got the money to speak freely. Money can do that to a person. You might not know yourself better than what you think. Fuck around, hit a scratch ticket for 10 mil. See how you start talking the next day to people. Treating people, looking at people. And as you live with money, day by day, your voice is going to get louder, cockier. You're going to feel like you can say whatever you want. You'll be like, you don't like what I say, go that way. I got enough money to go this way. It brings the asshole right out of people, money. Yeah, it does. So you never know. You might be like, oh, it'll never change me. I'll be this person for life, blah, blah, blah. How the fuck do you know that? Have you ever had $10 million? No? Then you don't know that. You have no idea. Shit, you lost your mind when you probably got that one income tax check or some shit. Remember that time you bought them J's and everything you wanted in one day? You lost your mind. Stop it. Stop it. 10 million will corrupt you inside. You be walking around trying to smack people with stacks of money. Shut up. Yo. It's true. It's true. I don't know how I would act. I don't know. I've had money. I've lost money. I've got it again. Same shit. But I'm just like, yo, Ryan's going to get his one day. Tio's going to get his one day. I'm just waiting for Subriel. I'm just waiting for Tio to sign up. He's trying to age him out. I hope Subriel Matia fucking busts Tio's ass, bro, for all that shit he was popping out his mouth. But I'm on the line that I'll take it like that. I'll take it like that. I ain't gonna sit here and start fucking going down that shit, try to like, I've heard some of these YouTube channels, they want Tio's head, bro. Like, they like talking like he wear a sheet and he goes up to the post like that. They talking like he's like that and shit. I'm like, damn, Tio, you done did it. In some circles, oh, they done lost their mind. I'm more on the line, bro. Somebody's gonna bust that ass. Don't worry. It might be Barboza, bro. It might be Barboza. Yo, Barboza go in there and whoop homeboy's ass. You better believe Barboza's gonna become like the people's hero for getting them back. You know what I'm saying? For you know what I'm saying? Putting foot to ass, and whooping Tio's ass and humbling him or something, right? If he can, because sometimes men can take a vicious ass whooping and still be the arrogant prick. I've seen those type of guys too. But I'm cool with it, letting it unfold in the ring. I'm cool with that, yeah. Yeah, I'm all on that, man. Because I'm like the last person on earth to not give another person a second chance. Let me tell you. I done needed a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. Yo, listen. I wish I could sit up here and tell you, like, I got it all together or something. Shit. Nah, man. I done fucked up so many times, man, but I I know that as long as I don't do something really fucked up, crazy shit, I could always change it around. I don't want to always be in the sense that I could always change it around. I just got to do better. So I try to learn from my life experience and just do better. That's it. That's it. I put on one sock at a time, just like you, one pants leg at a time. Now that's bullshit, right? Um, Today I did a backflip off the bureau, slid right in the jeans like that, and the hat just fell. Yeah, nah, that's bullshit, right? Of course, we all the same, man. We all got our fucking mess ups or whatever, and it is what it is. But yeah, I think that there's gonna be a lot of shit said in this Ryan Garcia Tio shit in this fight. I just want to focus on the fighting right now, right? Because I think it's a pretty decent card. Listen, Rolly can crack too. I've heard in a lot of boxing circles that Rolly on the low is a pretty decent puncher. Now his form and his technique, that shit is hurt, right? Fighting Ryan Garcia is dangerous. I'm on the line. Rolly's gonna get knocked out clean. Like, okay, it's different. When Tank knocked out Rolly, Tank had him hurt. Tank had Rolly like when he came out, like he was staring on the ref like this. When Eastside Pitbull Crew stopped him, he stopped him on his feet, type shit, right? Rolly's his his delivery, the way he delivers his shots, is bad business for a sharp hook puncher like Ryan Garcia. Now Ryan Garcia could change the angle on his shot. He could punch inside like this. He throws it tight, he throws it wide, and he throws it to the body. The same punch, right? And he has this good snap to it. Really, really good snap. Now I don't know which one is more dangerous. The body shot, the hook to the chin. They've all seemed to be doing the job right, right? And he's caught guys coming in and just snapped off on him. Ryan's dropped them. So the way Rolly throws his punches is tailor made for Ryan Garcia to knock him out. And, I expect to see a better version of Rolly. Now, what I'm expecting to see is a little bit more tighter Rolly. I think he's going to surprise the world. He's going to look a little bit more polished. What I'm concerned is, will he be able to mentally keep it together? When he get hit hard, divert right back to the old style. That's the problem. The minute Ryan gets him to, he's gonna boop, and one of the things I'm afraid of, that Rolly's not gonna be himself. Meaning, Rolly he wasn't really ever known for like his technical boxing skills. He was more like a brawler puncher, right? And not even that, right? But I'll give him that. Rolly's was the forward aggression. Like when he was trying to go in for Tank. Like most of his victories, because Rolly was going forward, trying to bully and bludgeon his opponent. That's why Rolly won. Rolly's trying to become more of a boxer. And I think he's going to try to relax more in the fight like he did against Isa Pitbull Cruz. When he tried that approach with Isa Pitbull Cruz, he shouldn't have did that. He should have met Isa Pitbull Cruz in the center of the ring and which allow himself to be himself. Rolly looked like he was trying to be a different style fighter and got caught. Like that. So that's what I'm concerned with. Whether or not he's gonna be himself. And really like try to like put it to Ryan. And that's dangerous to do. I understand it. Because that's a recipe to get knocked out against Ryan. It really is. Ryan can let off that check hook going backwards. He'll snap you with it going backwards, forward. He's accurate like a motherfucker with it. He'll find your chin. It won't take him much. He's going to find it. And depending on how good in shape he comes in too as well. So this has a lot to do with Ryan Garcia, but I want to see him back. I think he's good for the sport. I like Devin on the card. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Devin's just going to wipe Homeboy down. I thought Devin had the toughest fight. I really did. But as I looked in Ramirez's, like I was like, he's like, his face is like, I'm looking at him. He's always got a round face. I get it. I know. But his eyes just didn't, just kind of look like he was in there for, I don't know. Maybe, I could be misreading him. It's maybe too far out from the fight yet. They're not 100% locked in, But Tio and Barboza's on the line that he's going to shock the world. He's going to come in there, try to play spoiler. And, it's a unification of sorts. It's not like Tio inherits another belt here, but he still solidifies and goes down as a title defense to his WBO title at 140. Arnold Barboza being the interim champion. This is one of those rare cases that, are these organizations going to start putting the interim champions against the real champions right away and not allowing them to defend interim belts and, so forth and so forth when we look at these world championships, and what some of these organizations do. Just like the WBC. Did you guys see that shit with Turkey unfolding? Didn't the WBC, Mark Suleiman, right? Didn't he just like a day ago or so, like post out? I swear to God, I seen it. He posted out some shit saying, if you come after the WBC, I'm going to have to defend it. Turkey out of sheet and your bullshit ass TKO belt or whatever. He didn't say just like that. But he was speaking up against Dana White and Turkey because Turkey said something about the WBC not, being corrupt and their ranking system is a joke. Like I try to tell the world, they never had a ranking system. People laugh, oh, you don't know what you're talking about in boxing. As a ranking system is right there. Like, I'm like, man, bro. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. Go over there, bro. Go over there. The people that you can't explain things to, they'll never get it. Same shit that Turkey said is same shit I've been saying. Same shit that is actually the truth. That the WBC has a 32 board member and they elect the people they feel deemed worthy to fight for their belt. Not necessarily the most deserving to fight for their belt. Not like the IBF. They have a real ranking system. The WBO has a real ranking system. The WBA is the founder of the WBC's way. They elect who fights for their belt. That's how Martin Tapales got in front of everybody and all of a sudden was the number one. They elected him. He didn't have to earn it. They do what the fuck they want. It's a fucking joke. They taught them, right? And then they broke away from their structure and then they followed their structure. Kind of. Kind of. Each of them have a unique rule that another one doesn't have. IBF has a 10-pound rehydration. The WBO has a rule where that you can challenge the existing WBO and you become his mandatory. Yeah. So, yeah, different things, but that's how it goes. And the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, today was it? Was it today, this morning? Was it? Now all of a sudden he's like kissing the ring, turkey out of sheet. He's like, yep, we're about to do a business endeavor and turkey's the shit. And I was like, what? I was kind of thrown back by it. I was like, wow, it was just like 2 days ago. The was telling them that Turkey was corrupt, and I was like, damn, that's calling the kettle black, isn't it, Mauricio? You're like one of the most corrupted people in all of boxing. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that to you, Mauricio, but could you please explain to me, right, just and to the fans in boxing right now that want to know, right? Because I'm pretty sure they would like to know, where the fuck is the franchise belt at? I want to know. The WBC, you guys made it up. For who? Keyword, made it up on the spot. Who is the first man to own a franchise belt? Saul Canelo Alvarez. What a Mexican coincidence. Holy shitballs. And who is the second man to have one? Before we get to the second, hold on. You gave Saul a franchise belt so that he didn't have to fight David the Monster Benavidez. Then you strip David and then Saul fights for it. All right. Who had another one? Vasily. Why did he get a franchise belt? So that he didn't have to fight young ass Devin Haney at 19 years old. And Loma was shook of Devin. That you guys made Loma a franchise? Okay, fine. Then you guys lost your mind when you fought for the franchise, but the rules say you can't beat another person for it in the ring. So much, in fact, that you're going to say you're not corrupt, and that you play by the game. Where are the franchise belts today? Name me one person that has one. That's not a real belt. How could you make up belts out of the thin air? When Saul Canelo Alvarez tested positive for Cambuterol, right? Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC, raised the testing limit to a higher level just to exceed Saul Canelo Alvarez's where he tested positive. He raised the amount that the WBC standards will allow the athlete to have in his body. Meaning, we know you got computer on your body, but if you keep it under here, the Saul way and the WBC way, now you're not a cheater. In order to get Saul to not be a cheater, he couldn't have broken the rules. Rather than them change what Saul's test, they couldn't change the number. The number was going to be what it was. They went back and changed their rule structure. And was like, oh, the level, we're the WBC, and we're saying that that's okay. Not to mention that 5 of the top Mexican boxers all tested positive for Cambuterol, the shit that Canelo was on. Because the WBC raised the level. But that's not, that's not correct. No, that's not. So Mauricio Suleiman, I'm not saying that, or maybe I am. Take it for what you want, man. I think you're a fucking cheater. I think you're a guy that got a lot of power and you could do almost whatever you want. You fucking changed the rules for your Mexican fighter. You made him his own belt, but you're not corrupt. Nah. Where would you ever get that impression? He said that Turkey Al-Ashi got the Ringside magazine, that belt ain't shit, that he's trying to like, and he was fucking dissing. And then this morning, he's praising the Ringside magazine belt. It was ridiculous. Truly was. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think that Turkey Al-Ashi with this fucking KO shit, bro. Dana White said some dumb shit, bro. They said they was gonna take out all the like middle divisions in boxing. They was gonna have like one belt for all the divisions. But like if you take out the 130 division, because that would be a division he would take out. He'd keep 135. They'll do it by like fives type shit. And then you would have to take out Saul Canelo Alvarez's division, 168. Because that's not a real, like, in that division. You know what I'm saying? Like, boxing has all weight divisions, and they have, like, these middle weights in between. Like 168, 130, shit like that. Right? 112. They're going to take those divisions out. 118, 126, 122. He won't have none of those. He'll round that off to like 125. It'll go from like 125 to like 135. From 135 to 145. Like that. That's how Dana White's going to have it. He's going to have it like that. Here's the problem with the way the UFC runs, the way that boxing runs. It's real simple math. Real simple. The only reason why the UFC is able to pull off one belt for all the divisions, they don't have that many fighters. They have 25,000 maybe fighters active in the division. If they have 50 fighters for each division, that's a lot. Because all you're seeing is the top guys just keep fighting themselves over and over in the UFC now. They don't got, their roster isn't big enough. That's how you can pull off one belt for all the divisions. You couldn't do that in boxing. Because in boxing, you got over 50,000 plus boxers. You got over 2,000 guys in some divisions. One belt would not work in boxing. If the champion gets hurt, you just hold up 1,999 people's career. It doesn't work. That's the reason why we left one belt, because boxing got bigger. We needed more champions. We got a 2-belt era, a 3-belt era, and now a 4-belt era. We can never go backwards. You would destroy boxing. You can put legitimately, what they're doing, 10 belts in every division in boxing, and you wouldn't have enough belts. That's only 10 belts to 1,000 plus men. Boxers are going 10 years without getting one shot at a world title. And you got 10 belts in the division. You got 4 major titles, 4 interim titles, 2 of those major titles, and then you got 1 or 2 branched off silver, gold, or region champion. You already got that in boxing. You legitimately got almost 10 belts for every division, and you can't please everyone. to get a title shot. You're still lacking. There's still organizations trying to get in. The IBO, because the plate is so big that even the IBO organization says there's room for 5 belts in boxing now. There's so many fighters. You can never go back to a 1 belt era. No, hell no. Plus, it looks better with 5 belts, 4 belts on you. Oh yeah. Now we talking, baby. Championship shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just want 1 belt. It looks dope the way it is, you know, and I hope it continues. I don't see this TKO shit even bothering boxing. I mean, we had stronger entities that we're dealing with today that is not beating boxing. The PBC. Didn't the PBC do exactly that? Don't they got a belt? They try to make a belt and put it against the alphabet. How did that work out? They try to like have their fighters fight for their NB but whatever belt. Where's that belt today? It's exactly where it started. I don't see TKO taking over the Alphabet Boys. I think the Alphabet Boys are strong. These are the Alphabet Boys. I think they're strong, and it's just another entity. And if you want to pour money into that, go ahead. Go ahead. I think boxing will be all right. And to the question, to the couple people wanted to a couple people wanted to say this about Dana White. Oh, you think that TKO shit's gonna work? Dana White don't even want to pay his fighters in the UFC. You think he's gonna pay boxers? And I'm looking at them and I'm saying to myself, I didn't see Dana White signing Turkey Al-Sheikh. It's not what I saw. What I saw was Turkey Al-Sheikh hiring Dana White. Meaning, Turkey's the boss. He writes the checks. Dana White doesn't pay the fighters. Turkey does. The only thing that Dana's here for is to build something. Not necessarily that Dana knows about boxing. It's not what he is paying him for. If he wanted somebody that knew about boxing, he would have hired Oscar De La Hoya, Ed Hearn, combined with, I don't know, Queensbridge. There was a lot of men qualified to kick off the TKO, but there was none of those men more qualified in the amount of time than Devin Haney put together that freaking UFC. It wasn't that Dana White knew everything about every move in UFC when he was making that shit. He couldn't tell you a headlock from a Kimura to a triangle. He couldn't tell you none of that shit. It's not what he was. He didn't claim to be the most educated in the art, but he knew how to build a business. He knew how to start something from the ground up. That's what Turkey's paying for. A lot of these people take this shit way too, like, that they don't even see, like, the business. They like, oh, Dana don't know nothing about boxing. Dana ain't gonna pay the. I think you guys are, like, arguing the wrong points here. For real. Like, it's not what he's hiring him for. Anyway. So I'm like, shit. I think that I think this is a good card. And well, yeah, one more thing. There's what I was thinking about. I'm like, there was a story that's been like since I've been talking, I've been like, something's evading my mind that I had to talk about. And it was that David Monster Benavidez against Demetrius Bivol bullshit fight that Now sources are saying that shit wasn't even offered. That there was like no negotiations going on, and that whole shit was bullshit PR to keep David the Monster Benavidez' name irrelevant. And that Turkey saying he didn't bid on the fight, and so Turkey didn't put out those Ringside Magazine tweets. So even Turkey was wrong, or everybody backed out after what Turkey said. So what are they trying to say now? That all that shit was bullshit? So Turkey falls for anything. He's the type of man, rich billionaire, doesn't have all these smart ass people that can tell him the truth from a lie. He just goes off and uses his magazine as what Mario Suleiman referred him to, a biased Ringside Magazine where they could push their narrative. So Suleiman said. I didn't say that. Suleiman said that. So, and I was like, oh shit, like, so it's true. Then David really don't want to fight him. I was like, is David trying to get this fight? I was sitting back waiting, like, let me see. He doesn't show me like any signs of a man that ever wanted that fight. Leading into the Demetrius Bivol and Arthur's rematch too, even his father was talking about everybody else but them two. And I picked up on that, and I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't sound like a person that really wants, here we go with selective smoke. These guys are going to select I want that smoke, but I don't want this smoke. I'll take that smoke, but I'm not hitting that right there. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of smoke right there. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers real selective with the smoke that they choose. They're not like that. Them real fighters, them throwback fighters where they accept all smoke. Win, lose, or draw, let's get it. These guys are real selective today, and the smoke that they pick, and they like, I'll take you. No, I won't fight you. Subriel Matias, you're too dangerous. But we won't admit you're dangerous. We'll just try to play it off like you're not the boogeyman or you're standing right there. We're just like gonna talk around you. Like, motherfuckers be real selective, right? So I was like, I see y'all. But listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think that Devin Haney, I think Devin can change everything around. And I think Devin is young enough, strong enough, talented enough to even win the fans back in his side. I think that Devin Haney can really go out there in his next two fights. And with only two fights, he can truly be on top of the world once again in the boxing world. Unfortunately, he's not going to be a world champion anytime soon. Locked into these kind of deals. It's not about championship or legacy at this point. This is about redemption, being given the ability and to capitalize on the night. So that's where Devin's at right now. Don't look forward in Devin's next two fights for him to be a champion or to fight any of the champions, because his next two fights are already sketched in stone. We know that this is the tune-up fight leading into the Ryan Devin Haney rematch. So none of them will have titles. But wait a minute. It's going to be an interim belt. But if Ryan beats Rolly, isn't that for an interim belt? So when if they were to meet, Ryan Garcia would come in there, what, the WBA interim? Or WBC? What belt is they fighting for? Is it the WBA or WBC? One of them organizations, I know for a fact it ain't the IBF and the WBO, because neither of those organizations would be going along with this bullshit. The only two organizations that you can get to sign off onto some fake ass shit where that neither Rolly nor Ryan Garcia have even ever fought in that weight division, but all of a sudden they're fighting for an interim world championship. So the only two organizations you can get to play ball is the WBA and WBC. That's it. Sometimes you just got to do the power elimination. IBF ain't signing up for that shit, and neither is the WBO. It's not happening. So I know that it's one of them. So so as far as that goes, like that. Oh shit, my nurse is here. I gotta open the door. Hold on. For my grandfather. Damn. Damn, I forgot it was her day. Well, actually, I leave the door open. I mean, unlocked. I guess today, force of habit, I locked it. I saw her on the camera. I was like, oh shit, there she is. But yeah, guys. So, I'm on the line with this whole Devin Haney thing and Ryan Garcia shit. I'm just like, fuck it, bro. Listen, man. Man, look, Tio, he gonna get his. And so isn't Ryan. They gonna answer for all that shit. The universe ain't gonna let us down. Trust me. And they're gonna come and they're gonna come against that guy. You never know if it is in the form of Rolly or it's in the form of Ramirez. We don't know. But I do know that somebody's gonna bust them in the mouth for all of us and for everything. And you're gonna either get it one way or another. Trust me. As far as Devin Haney goes, Devin, listen, man, 2 fights, you can be back on the top of the world. It's how you perform in a day and age where we're paying money to see blood. Understand that. Playing it safe all the time, not going in for the kill against Regis. You were criticized for that. I'm not telling you what to do, Devin, but I think you're an amazing fighter. You're just in a really bad place right now when it comes to social media and how the fans are reacting towards you. It seems like they want to keep you down and try to get you fighting for peanuts, and these promoters want to capitalize heavily off your son. And I get it, Bill. I get it. But I think that your son is in a place once again he didn't want to be. It seemed like he's gotten into this point in his place, even when he was winning, right? Devin Haney wasn't losing when he came into those fights against George Barboza, but he felt like he had to take the lowest share of the pie and give George the lion's share. And he never really seemed to get the kind of respect or what he felt like he was worth. It was always, no, take less for this. Don't worry, it's going to build you up for this moment. And it seems like he gave, and that moment never came. So once again, he finds himself again in that moment. The only way around that moment was to fuck with Turkey Al-Sheikh. Because now, for going in with the rematch, you must be getting paid nice for that. So, and that's what I mean. This is his diving board. This is your moment, Devin Haney, right here. I'm going to tell you how your career basically rides out in these next two fights. That's it. They don't have to be for world titles. Devin Haney gets through this fight and he redeems himself in the Ryan Garcia fight. Like, redeeming himself to the point where he stops Ryan Garcia or knocks Ryan Garcia out. Ho, 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 ho. Talk about top of the world. From right there, position yourself to fight one of the champions. Go after a belt. Become the champion you know you are, Devin. And you can be right back there. I truly believe this. That Devin Haney's moment is now. It's right now. And as far as like, see, all boxers are in different situations. Because you can honestly say Saul Canelo Alvarez does not need Terrence Crawford to finish his career. He doesn't. Saul's going to the Hall of Fame regardless. He did all that shit regardless. He doesn't need Terrence Crawford. Just like Terrence Crawford does not need Saul Canelo Alvarez to validate his career. Or does he? Frontline said he ain't knocking anybody out. I don't know. I don't know about that, Frontline. Because I've seen people that weren't big punchers turn into big punchers with the right positioning, the right timing, and you let the punch go at the right. Just ask Munguia, Jaime Munguia. Bruno knocked him the fuck out. 4 knockouts leading into the Jaime fight. Wasn't a big puncher. Good distance, right timing can turn you into a better puncher. I've seen that time and time in the gym. I mean, that's all up to Devin Haney's preparation and whether or not he can go in there and pull that off. I mean, that's up to him. But as far as saying Devin Haney ain't gonna knock out nobody, Devin Haney got a few knockouts on his record, right? So let me see something right here real quick. Hold on. Devin Haney ain't knocking out nobody. All right. I forget this sometimes. So sometimes what we can do is look it up. $15 knockouts, 31 fights, 15 knockouts. That's half. That's half. That's like 1 over half. You know what I mean? So that's, you're knocking out 15 and 15 is 30. So he knocked out half his fighters and half he didn't. So he has a 48.39% knockout ratio according to BoxRec. He's 26 years old. He's all 26 years old, 5'9", 71-inch arm reach, Devin Haney. So that's half. So he's 50% in knockout. So either he's going to go the 50% of the time, he'll either knock you out or go the distance. That's Devin Haney for you. When was his last knockout? Devin Haney's last knockout? Shit, I'm not gonna hide it from y'all. We could put this up and watch it together if you guys want. Here, why don't we do that? You know what I'm saying? You guys are in the conversation too, right? Okay. There's your boy right there. There's your boy right there. All right. You see it? It's 31, 15 knockouts, no losses, no knockouts, right? And in the world, he is ranked number one out of 2,648 registered fighters at the 140-pound weight division. He is one of the persons that are ranked number one in America out of all American fighters. There are 366 American fighters. He's number one in that division from American fighters at 140 pounds, as you can see it right there. Right? Okay. So let's oh shit, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, right there. All right, let's see his last knockout. All right. Okay, unanimous decision, 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 unanimous decision. Oh, are we counting this? Hold on. I mean, if you were going for like knockout 2019, right here, 2019 is a KO knockout in the 7th round. Antonio Moran, 7th round KO. If you're counting this one, same year, 2019, 4 months later. So officially, 2019 was his last knockout, Devin Haney. What year are we in? 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, damn, 9. Coming into his last 10 fights, he has not scored a knockout. I can see why the fans are saying my man can't punch. When the level of competition went up in his career, he couldn't put them away. Last fight being Ryan Garcia, Regis Progress, Vasily Lomachenko, George Camboza, uh, Diaz here, George. Listen, his Gamboa, I mean, everybody started beating on that man. So I'm not really sure if this like even weight holds weight. The name even holds weight because the way this man started losing. Hold on. But he lost to some, but and then he lost to fucking what was it? Isa Pitbull Cruz. Like, yo, my man was dominant, bro. He was dominant, bro. He was a great, pretty decent fighter. Mad knockouts too. Then this is where it all went wrong for him when he fought Terrence Crawford right here. He moved up 135. He was always 126, 126. Yeah, see, he was a small fighter. Then they moved him up to fight Terrence Crawford, and that's where they hurt him. He only had what, one fight there, and then went up to Terrence Crawford, got destroyed. He put together 3 quick victories. Then he fell victim, put together a couple of victories right there. Then Gervonta Davis, then Devin Haney, then Isa Pitbull Cruz. And it was just like one loss after another after another. He was just washed. Uh the fucking shit. More evidence that Devin Haney is not a big puncher. Out of the 3 last fighters that he fought, even Isa Pitbull Cruz stopped him in the 5th round, but he went the distance with Devin Haney. Tank Davis knocks him out, and Isa Pitbull Cruz stops him, but Devin Haney is the only one that goes to 12 rounds with him. Yeah, it doesn't help his case, I guess. It really doesn't. But I mean, you can have success in boxing, you know what I'm saying, not be a knockout artist. You know, Floyd, I mean, but Floyd was a B. We already knew who Floyd was. You know, that's what helped Floyd's case. You know, he was criticized for running, and I dare you to go back and watch his videos. You're gonna see he stood in front of everybody, Floyd, except like that Manny Pacquiao shit, and like he used his evading footwork when it came to like Saul Canelo Alvarez. But if you watch those fights closely, Floyd stood right in front of them and just he would just slip bam 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 bam. Yeah. But when Floyd's human, his way of breathing was to get on his bike and move. And he would recharge his battery, so to speak, in the round. But he was so good at it, like his facial expression was like you couldn't tell. He was like, but I bet you Floyd was tired in a lot of those situations, and that's how he was doing it. But he stood right in front of those dudes. But Devin's no Floyd, I tell you that much. Nah, he ain't no Floyd, but he's in an interesting situation, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not trying to sell you on Devin Haney. I'm not trying to change your mind. No. I'm just merely saying that um if I'm gonna put down Devin Haney, if I'm gonna judge him, I choose to judge him in the ring for what he does and doesn't do in the ring. That's where I'll hold my criticism. As far as him as a young man, I wish him all the success in the world. I wish Devin Haney, I wish that you win your next two fights. I wish you win all your fights, but sometimes it's not what I wish for. It's what you're going to have to do. Whatever you choose to do or however you choose to train, that's all entirely up to you, Devin. You see what all these people are saying about you? You ain't knocking out shit. You ain't doing nothing. You pillow fisted. Some people saying that you got a glass chin. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, Devin? Are you still going to have your dad come out and try to like back you up and curse out some announcer? Did you think that you guys got a moral victory in that? I keep telling you guys that's not where this started. It's not where it's going to end. Devin needs to go in there and shut these people up and fight, you know, fight by fight. You can claim to be wanting to be the villain. You could say all the right things. You could even get choked up and not have the right rebuttal. Who gives a fuck about any of that? Maybe you and the gossipers, that's about it. I'm questioning your warrior, the warrior that you are. That's what I'm questioning. Yo, Devin, are you damaged goods? Did Ryan Garcia's ass whooping do that much damage to you? That's what I really want to see. Talk is cheap. You can talk about how you've had time away, you cleared up, you've gotten over that. Okay, that's what your mouth says. Prove it. I would like to see that. That's what I want to see. Where are you, Devin? Where are you? Everybody can say some slick shit on this channel. Anybody can say anything else they want about you, but it's what you do. Devin, Bill Haney, stop fighting these media dudes, bro. And go in there and show up and show out. But just remember that even if your son was to pull off a victory against Maria there, that's not where this started. That's just the level one in the boss fight. That's all that is. A test. You're not supposed to take this victory, whether you win it in spectacular fashion. This is not the victory you want to celebrate. No. Like I said, that's just preparing. That's a small boss fight, preparing you for the ultimate boss fight at the end of the level. When you walk in the room, the last boss, Ryan Garcia, he right there. You got to beat that boss fight. So, it's like I said, it's not time to take like oh yeah, whatever the outcome of this fight, take it with a grain of salt. I don't care if you knock the dude out, act like you've done this before. Don't be yelling, I ain't pillow fested. No, don't do none of that shit. If you knock him out, you knock him out. Move on. That's not the fight the fans are going to give you credit for. You got to understand that, Devin and Bill, that no matter how your son performs, this is actually not the fight. This is just a job interview. That's it. So, please, for the love of God, Bill, like, no matter what happens in this fight, don't try to gloat. It's going to backfire on you. Trust me. Because every meme and everything after that is going to be, why didn't you do that when you were in the ring with Devin, with Ryan? Type shit. So have some class in this. Go in there, kick his ass, and prepare your son for the biggest fight of his life. Whether or not you still don't believe Ryan Garcia is on your son's level, that's not up to you to decide. You need to beat him first to claim that your son is better than him. You can't claim your son is a more superior fighter when he's losing to him. That doesn't make sense. You understand? The sweet science of boxing. You don't always have to be a power puncher. The sweet science should get you out of most situations now, shouldn't it? It should. But that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Of what you're understanding, how the fight's going for you. But look, guys, I'm just saying this New York City card, I like it. I like it. I like the month of May. Saul's going to be up next. And then I believe Naoya anyway is still going to fight. I'm not too sure on some things, on a date. That's one of the things I forgot I had to get up and check out. So we're gonna go on and check in with my boy's status and see what's going on with him over there in that part of the world. Because they just don't give my man, none of his credit. So we're gonna have to check on that. But as far as the cards, I enjoy these fight cards. I like what's going on right now. I got a little bit of the Keith Thurman, a little look at him and shit. Hey, I can't be mad at him. Get your money. Just, my man, don't go in there and get hurt. Don't go in there getting knocked out of the ring like Bernard did and the Roy Jones, and they really put themselves in bad looks of getting knocked out by these bums. And I mean bums. And I just didn't want one-time Keith Thurman. For much, I'm not even a fan of one-time Keith Thurman. But it bothers me when the fighter fucks up even their career, their legacy on doing dumb shit and going out there getting knocked out in their old age. I was a little concerned for Keith Thurman today. And he proved that, he's still, he's not there. He's nowhere near the fighter he once was, as you can clearly see that. Okay. But he still had enough know-how about boxing than that kid ever knew. And one time he was patient, and he let off his shots at the right times, and he caught him. He hurt him, and he still has pop behind his shots. And he was able to catch up to Jarvis, and Jarvis, he folded him in the third round. When the referee let it continue, I was like, here comes one time, and boop, boop, it was over. You know, they let him go out on his shield at least. You know, when you ask the ref, no, don't stop the fight. Let me go out on my shield. Boom, and you see him get knocked, and you're like, man, they should have stopped that. Oh, I thought you said don't break up the fight. That's what happens to your fighter. Do you let him get more damage? You know? No, Ryan is not a champion. The biggest fight of Devin's life was Barboza. No. Hold on. Now you're comparing legacy fight to a moment fight. I'm talking about the biggest moment in his career is Ryan Garcia 2. If we were talking about achievement, legacy, George Barboza was his biggest fight. Hands down. That was his biggest fight. And the Loma. Why? Because Devin Haney actually put all 4 belts on the line against a 2-time gold medalist and Vasily Loma, which was a former unified world champion. He defended all 4 belts, Devin Haney. You must understand that. Those are huge moments when we're talking about accomplishments and legacy. The Ryan Garcia fight doesn't even fucking come close to those kind of moments, but you're not there anymore. That was once upon a time. Your moment right now, Devin, is Ryan Garcia. You've already accomplished that. How many times do we give him credit for something he already did? You can't win today's game with yesterday's score. Who gives a fuck what you scored yesterday? You better concentrate on winning this game. So yes, Devin did some shit. But his moment, make no mistake, is right there with Ryan Garcia. Make no mistake. No. Ryan Garcia has never competed for a world title. He is not a champion. He won't be a champion when he faced Devin Haney with that bullshit made-up belt. You can make up a belt if you want to for him and Rolly. That's still not going to be a world champion. Ryan Garcia can't hold Devin Haney's mouth guard in sparring. Knock it out. You're not worthy, son. You ain't accomplished shit. Yeah, you got a few clicks, likes, and you're a pretty ass motherfucking, you get mad girls. Good for you. You got a nice little big bag of money right there, Ryan Garcia. You got some crowns tattooed. But as far as boxing, if you want to come to the Hall of Fame, Ryan Garcia, how many tickets? Is it going to be you and your girl? Okay, that's $35.95 per ticket. Okay. Here, okay. Right this way, Mr. Ryan Garcia. Okay. Yeah, you will not be seeing your name on the wall, but you will see the rest of the legends. Have a beautiful day. Buy a ticket. Because that's the only way he's going in the Hall of Fame, Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He's not going nowhere unless he starts doing some shit. So, and no. I was never comparing. Don't switch my conversation because that's just blatant. Fucking Ryan Garcia, he can't rep fucking Devin's hands, his hand wraps. Here, no, you're not worthy, damn it. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Nah, when it comes to that, accolades, Ryan doesn't even come close to Devin. Devin's like the youngest undisputed champion of all time in a 4-belt era. There's been no human person to do it that young. Fuck out of here. Ryan can't touch him. Devin is a remarkable champion compared to Ryan. Shit, Devin's a remarkable champion compared to half these motherfuckers boxing right now. He done did more shit than half of them. And he's highly criticized for not being a power puncher or a glass chin. God damn it. For a guy being pillow fisted and a glass chin, he sure has accomplished a lot of shit. Yo, can these guys say they did Devin Haney shit? No. But yeah, he's pillow fisted. He got a glass chin. But my man is fucking accomplishing a lot of shit. Yo, Tank Davis can't say that shit. Tank can't say he did Devin Haney shit. Tank can't say he went overseas into enemy's territory when you got the entire nation booing you, blah, 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 and you go out there calm, cool, and collective and whoop that man's ass like that. Not once, but twice. Tank ain't never did no shit like that, man. Come on, man. Nah. Devin said he did some shit, though. He did. You know, he just... He fell asleep behind the driving wheel with Ryan Garcia's antics. And if you want to look down in history, a person, hook, line, and sinker, falling for somebody's antics, they're going to go back and they're going to study that Ryan Garcia shit and how he fooled Bill Haney and Devin Haney into thinking he was having a meltdown. He fooled them. He fooled them. And he fooled Devin Haney into walking into that left check hook. He didn't think that Ryan was that fast for what he was being told. I mean, he's drinking a beer on the way in and everything. You seen that little interview with Jake Paul? Where Jake Paul asks him, yo, what was in? You drink a beer? He was like, nah, that was seltzer water and apple juice. We put seltzer water and apple juice in the bottle, and I drank it like that. Boom. They're gonna like investigate that whole shit. They're gonna make like a big thing a few years down the line, and how you mentally fucking got your opponent and you were in his head. And he fell for it. I think Devin's gonna be a way more prepared fighter in the next fight. And I think that Devin Haney might beat Ryan. Just might beat him the second time. I already seen Ryan Garcia beat Devin. I already seen that. If Ryan beats Devin, that's nothing I never seen before. Now, if I had to break it down, yeah, Devin has the ability to beat Ryan. I always felt he did, even in the first fight. I still think Devin's the better fighter. He just got to be able to pull it off. Like I said the other day, just because you saw some shit and you feel like your fighter's the more skilled fighter doesn't mean that that's going to be the result. Meaning, you saw Lamont Roach fight Tank like that. And all of a sudden, people say Shakur Stevenson is more skilled than Lamont Roach, so he'll whoop Tank's ass. And I'm like, that's not how fighting works. I don't know what fantasy world you guys live in, but the guys that are saying that have never fought in a boxing ring. I can guarantee you that. Because you would never say something so ridiculous if you really knew about fighting. Right? Because unless Shakur Stevenson knows everything that Lamont Roach did in there and understands it and able to pull it off with the same timing Lamont had on Tank, then he's not going to be able to pull that off. He might get himself in trouble trying to be a different fighter rather than himself. Fighting doesn't work that way. Just because, and Lamont Roach has been Tank Davis's training partner for years. He knew, Lamont Roach knew Tank better than most fighters. Shakur doesn't have that. None of these other guys. None of these guys are going to look like that against Tank like Lamont did, and it's going to make Lamont look like this superior fighter. You guys are going to get that man hurt. You put Lamont Roach in with Shakur Stevenson if you want to. Shakur's going to stop him like bad. Put him in there with Keyshawn Davis if you want to. Lamont Roach. Keyshawn's going to make him look bad. Tank and him were too familiar with each other. He knew Tank's timing. He knew when Tank comes out of his guard. He fought him too many times. The reads were easier for Lamont. And just because he did that to him doesn't mean these other guys can do it. And they can be way more skilled than Lamont. Yes. So what? They don't understand everything Lamont was doing. Lamont was making it. You ever hear that expression, man? You make that shit look easy. But when you do it, that shit is hard as fuck, right? Same concept. Fighting don't work like that, bro. Lamont having his performance does not validate Shakur Stevenson's success. Fuck out of here, bro. Those are people that are just talking that ain't never fought. Fighting don't work that way. No, Tank Davis was never unified. Slip up of words. Yeah. Tank Davis ain't never been unified. Did I say that? Did I? Might have. Slip up of words or something. Tank Davis ain't never been unified in nothing. He had 2 belts at 130. Before anybody tries to say that dumb shit, right? It was at 2 separate times. He had the WBA and the IBF at 130, legit titles, but he lost one on the scale and then rebound and got the other one back type shit. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he had them simultaneously like a unified, no. Like when Tank Davis said Shakur Stevenson ain't did shit, right? Like the world knew that was bullshit, but it was a fuck up of words, right? From Tank's behalf. Because how dare you say that about Shakur Stevenson? He was a unified champion at 130, my man. You do know that, right, Tank? And like it made Tank look stupid in a way, but he's Tank Davis, so they let him slide with it. A lot of people argued it, but it was a quick and they just kept it pushing. They never held Tank on that. When he was like, what Shakur do? Shakur ain't never did nothing. I'm like, ooh, Shakur's a better champion than you, Tank. I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, like your reign at 135, your championship at 135 is like suspect, kid. You got upgraded and faxed 1 belt. You never fought a champion yet. And your little attempt to fight a world champion to solidify with Lamont Roach failed. That shit backfired in your face, which I wasn't going to give you credit for it because Lamont Roach wasn't a champion at 135. Although you can officially put him down as fighting a world champion. Yes, I understand that. Yes. I just think it's shady and it's cheating. That's all. Lamont Roach you should fight a champion at 135 or unify Tank. What are these games that you're playing? They already gave you credit for Hector Luis Garcia. He was a 130-pound champion. They already, What are these games you're playing? So, yeah, I mean, it's just the truth. Shakur's not stopping Rocha. He might not stop him. He just might brutally knock him out. That's about it. I think he'll destroy Rocha, not stop him. Stopping him would be like 8 round, 9 round, 11, accumulating the punches. He finally stops him. He'll outshine Rocha on a level so bad that it'll make Tank Davis look stupid. Then people will really double down and say, there's no way Tank can beat Shakur. Look what Shakur just did to Rocha. I guarantee it. I'll put everything on that Shakur Stevenson beats Rocha so bad that it really exposes Rocha for the fighter he's not. See, a lot of people are taking this Tank fight, that all of a sudden they're turning Rocha into a fighter he never was in the first place. At 130 pounds, he was never considered a big puncher, never a knockout artist. Rocha, he don't have any real big wins. And all he did was fight Hector Garcia. You mean the same Hector Luis Garcia that Gervonta Davis made go blind in the ring? Gervonta Davis hit that man with a shot. He was legally blind for 10 seconds and quit the fight. He had a cane out, a sign. He was blind. The glasses. I'm blind. I can't fight. You mean that guy? Right? He was damaged goods when Lamont Rocha fought him. And then Rocha hits him right here in the side. Like, he's never, ever been a great fighter, Lamont Rocha. He's a good, I would consider him a good 130-pound fighter. Yeah, he's a good one. Yes, he is. He's a fucking champion, ain't he? Right? So I think Lamont Rocha got skills like that. But what's happening is, you got to understand, Tank Davis is a small 135-pounder. Tank Davis don't belong at 135. He belongs at 130. No wonder he brought up a guy from 130. So when you see Lamont Rocha and Tank standing there and they're giving each other this fucking competitive fight, it would give you the impression that he's ready for the top guys. No. Have you ever seen Tank Davis stand next to Shakur Stevenson? Ever in a life, like in a picture? Have you ever seen that? Yo, Shakur Stevenson is this much bigger than Tank in real life. When they stand, they're like this. And Lamont Rocha is right here with Tank. Shakur Stevenson is going to beat the brakes off him. Of Rocha, I'm trying to tell you. You guys think that Rocha's a real 135-pounder? Keep thinking that. He just fought a small 135-pounder, is what I'm trying to tell you. Lamont Rocha, in fact, fought the smallest 135-pounder we have today. Who is it? Tank Davis. He is the smallest 135-pounder out of all the 135-pounders. Loma is bigger than Tank. He's bigger than him. Look, Tank, he doesn't belong, and neither does Loma. Loma's a 130-pounder, 126, playing with the big boys at 135. Loma's doing that because he got so much fucking skill, just like Tank. But they're not the real Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis. Those are the big 135-pounders. Keyshawn Davis, that's one big 35-pounder right there, bro. That's a big boy right there. And then, okay, and if I think Keyshawn Davis is a big 135-pounder, Shakur's bigger than him. Keyshawn's not bigger than Shakur. You know how many times I've seen them in pictures? Shakur's like that much taller than Keyshawn. And I think Keyshawn's big. Shakur Stevenson will hurt Lamont Roach, bro. If you guys think Lamont Roach can, okay, fine, that's your opinion. All right, fine. When that day happens, put me down for 100. I don't gamble. I don't like gambling. You guys know it. I don't recommend it. I won't do it. But goddamn, there's got to be some easy money right there. Put me down for Shakur. I'll take Shakur against Lamont Roach. Man, come on, man. I'd have to put money on that. I have to. There's no... Lamont ain't coming out of that fight 12 rounds. Not that one. That'd be too easy. The reason why a lot of these guys were doing good against Shakur, you gotta keep it funky. He had some big dudes in front of him. Some real big hitters. Edwin De Los Santos is a big boy, bro. Edwin De Los Santos can fucking crack. There's no secret. Yo, if you think Edwin De Los Santos is better in sparring than he fucking is in the gym, in the ring. Everybody in the boxing world, if you're in a boxing circle, we've heard all the rumors. We've seen all the little fucking tapes that other guys filmed that we share on the low that we don't put on social media out of respect. I've seen videos of Edwin De Los Santos sparring. He's nice. I don't know why he don't look like that on fight night. I've seen that 100 times. But Shakur was in with some big hitters. Some big fucking boys that, you know, it made Shakur like be like that and fight. But you better think about the guys. I mean, except Arteminium, what was his name there? I mean, I was on the line. Shakur should have, you know, all right, fine. Yo, the Josh Padley fight wasn't a fight that you can hold Shakur to. Because, come on, people, man. When are we going to recognize last-minute replacements for what they are? It's not like Shakur was like, yo, give me Josh Padley. Right? No, he was pretty much going to take whatever they offered him. Just so that he could get a payday and pay his corner. And all the training wasn't for a waste. So it's basically you're at the mercy of whoever they get you. And Josh Padley made a pretty good effort. I felt like he did a good effort, but I think you guys got to pump your brakes when you think about what Lamont Roach did with Tank. Automatically awards him the status of fighting Shakur. I'm sitting here telling you guys that's not what happened in the ring. That is not what happened. Lamont fought someone he was familiar with and looked good against them. He's not going to look like that against the other guys. He's not going to have that advantage. He's not familiar with Shakur like he was against Tank. And it's given you this misconception that all of a sudden Lamont became this superior fighter. He never was that. He just fought someone he was familiar with. That's all. Listen, fight fans, I love you guys. Keyshawn's bigger than Shakur? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Prove that. I would like you to prove that. Lamont Roach was bigger than Tank? Yeah. By thickness-wise, Tank was more slender. He wanted to be more fast, I think, because he was real familiar with Rocha. But there is I've never seen it. I've never seen a picture where Shakur Stevenson was smaller than Keyshawn Davis. I don't know how he shrunk overnight, I've never seen it. I seen the picture where Tank Davis, when he didn't have no tattoos, he had that little heart on his chest, and Tank was mad like young. He didn't have no neck tattoos. And Keyshawn was sparring. He had that blue tank top. And I think Shakur was coming from the street or something because he had like a white tee on. All three of them are like this, right? It goes Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Tank. I'm not sure if I could pull up this image, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Keyshawn's bigger than Shakur, but he calls him Big Bro. All right, maybe because he's older. My brother's older than me, and I'm taller than him, so it doesn't really matter. You can call him Big Bro. He doesn't be taller, so yeah. You know what I mean? But let's see. Tank, Keyshawn. Wait a minute. Let's see what they come up with. Let's see if I can find that image. Bingo! One shot. I found it. One shot. Yo, I got a great fucking memory. Yo, I even called their clothes what they had on. That was pretty spot on. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold up. How would I just switch the thing, right? Which would be this. No. That's what I have up so far. So what I would do is replace the with this, right? Now share it. It's this one right here. How can I blow this up to be bigger? Let's see. That would be the X thing. Yeah. Okay. Look. Okay. Did it go? No. Shit. Now I'm on X. Now I would have to wait. Okay. Now I would have to switch it again. Hold on. Okay. Bam. Look at their heights. Oh, he didn't have a tank top. He was a blue shirt, and then he had the white. Look at Tank's that tall, Keyshawn's that tall, and Shakur's taller than him. There's another picture. This is not the picture I'm talking about because Tank got the tattoos on his neck. This is another picture. In fact, because the one I'm talking about, they're on opposite sides. Both pictures, Keyshawn's in the middle, but Shakur should be where Tank is, and Tank should be where Shakur is. In the picture I'm talking about, now that I think about it, this is not the picture, in fact. But look how tall, small Tank Davis is to these dudes. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. And Lamont Roach is Tank size. Y'all gonna get Lamont Roach rocked. Keep thinking Lamont Roach all of a sudden became this superior. Oh, he's ready for Shakur type shit. Put him in against Keyshawn. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Put him in. Put him in. Go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all gonna get him hurt. He didn't belong here. This wasn't the division's problem. This is Tank's mess. Tank did this. Not Shakur, not Keyshawn. Because they fighting people in their division. You don't belong here, homeboy. Lamont Roach. Go back down to your division or give up that belt and come up. He's going to hit the rematch with Tank again? If you ask me, it's going to be the same fight. All over again, it's going to be the same fight. Lamont Roach ain't going to make no mistakes to let Tank Davis knock him out. And Tank Davis is going to get stunned by Lamont Roach's overhand shot. I think the second fight is going to be the exact same fight, and they're still going to award it to Tank Davis. That's my prediction. I don't think Lamont Roach stops Tank Davis. And even when he stunned him in that shot, he had help. Tank squared up like that, got hit, had no balance. He rolled back. I don't think that was all Lamont Roach is doing type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, check it out. The other night I was cracking up about this, right? What fight was it where they had the one dude taller, right? What fight was it? Homeboy was like, they had this guy taller in the statistics and this guy shorter. The night of the fight, this guy was taller and this guy was shorter. That's just like asking me, hey, Edwin, what's your height? I'm 5'10". Bullshit. Not even on a tall day am I 5'10". But no guy really likes to admit they're too short. If you didn't know this, I'm not sure if there's one guy, just one guy in all of boxing I've ever met that they actually took his height. I've never seen it. They typically just ask you what your height is. You say 5'9", 5'8". They go, okay, and they write it down. It's what they do. The only thing they do in boxing is weigh you. They don't even ask you about your age. You guys want to know the truth? A lot of those Cuban fighters all lied about their age. You don't know how many fighters I've known that actually were like 41 saying they were 32. Because it looks better on paper. I don't care what BoxRec says. He's 5'9", he's 5'8", 5... I'm a boxer, I know. We lie. What was that fight the other night? I was cracking up. They had the dude on the announce. He was 5'10". They announced the other guy shorter. They stood together and this guy was taller. Right? But I'm saying, they got what they say. Keyshawn was taller than Shakur. Shakur's 5'8". They say Keyshawn 5'9". The reality is, Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis might be a ghetto 5'9", like I'm a ghetto 5'9". I bet you if you really measure me, I'd be offended by how tall I really am in real life. Because as you grow in the hood, you add an inch over the years. And the way you guess yourself, your height, you typically hear somebody else say their height, and you kind of like measure yourself with them. So whatever height they said became your truth. That's your measuring stick. Whatever he said, how tall he was. It's typically how it happened. Because if you want to get real, how many of you got on that thing and raised that funny thing with that metal stick that sticks up, and then you put it right here and you got to look straight and it takes your height? When's the last time any of you have done that? When is the last time you think any of these fighters? But I know what I see with my own two eyes in them pictures. Shakur's obviously taller than Keyshawn. His eyes they're like this. When Keyshawn's looking at him, Shakur's, so just because the book says Keyshawn's taller, that's funny. Because every time I see them standing next to each other, Shakur looks taller. I'm just saying. The book got Keyshawn taller. It's not what my eyes tell me. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe he got boxing sneakers on in the gym. It could be, and Shakur got sneakers on. Never asked myself that question. You know, because it does look like Keyshawn was training and Tank was training. What tells me that Shakur was not training was the fact that he got that face mask on, right? You know, that like that COVID thing that they had on at the time with the white tee. Like, I don't think you training with one of those things on, and he didn't have a drop of sweat on him. You could see like Keyshawn was sweating. So it might be that in those photos, particular photos, he might have been in boxing shoes, and my man was probably in like regular sneakers. Now, shit like that, I don't know yet. I would have to look at more photos and shit. Why don't we do that? We already here, right? All right, once again. Damn, bro. All right, hold on. Yeah, Keyshawn's tall. He's shorter. I just hold on. I'm gonna show you guys something. Right here. All right, check this out, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up. And my man was like, "Yo, look what the box thing." I was like, "Okay, cool. That looks all great." Hold on, where he at? All right, hold on. What's this? What is this? Is this YouTube? Should go over? Yeah, this is it. Bam! Look who's looking down at who, man. How are you gonna tell me Keyshawn's taller than him? And look, this is their thing where they're trying to like prove they're not scared of each other. They're both in the ring at the time. Look, let me rewind it. Look, see? Look. You can't say one had boxing sneakers on. You would say that they were both ready for the photo op. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, he's taller than him. Keyshawn shorter. But where you guys went and got your information that told you that he's taller and that he's shorter. Look, see? I mean, no. You guys are right, because my investigation, it's just opinionated, you know what I mean? But I just showed you that at Tom Rake's gym. I just showed you that right now. Like, my man is shorter. Like, what do you want me to say? Look. What you want? I mean, he's shorter. Look at his eyes. He's ping. And notice, look. Oh, man. Hold on. Look. He looking straight across. Where's he looking at? Bam! Who's taller, bro? Oh, stop it. Stop it. Yo, he's I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Yo, but it just goes to show you, right? That Yeah, like sometimes they be putting up all this like these stats and shit in the books, and sometimes at me being around for a while, I know guys lie about their age. Guys will lie about their height, their reach. You know what I'm saying? They'll lie about that. But the one thing you can't lie about, and because it'll keep you honest, is the scale, because they own you because of the weight divisions, and that's what mainly they want to. It age ain't nothing but a number technically to fighting. If you can make the weight, you can make the weight. That's basically all we give a fuck about. You could be 6'1" and the champion at 126 pounds, Espinoza. You could be the nominee. Like, it doesn't matter on your height, technically, or none of that shit ever mattered. The only thing that matters is yes or not, can you make the weight? That's all they want to know. That's the only thing they keep you honest in, and then there's always the steroid things that they test. That's just in case you cheat and shit. But we're just talking about technically, bro, you can take somebody else's name, and what's stopping me from signing up tomorrow and being like, yeah, my name's Mike Tyson? Nobody can stop me. My name is Mike Tyson. I'm 21 years old and I'm 6'1". All three of those are lies, like bullface lies, right? But I got the right to do it. The only thing I need to concentrate is yes or not, can I make the weight? And that's what it is. What was that? Elwan, what weight did Tank and 135, right? 135. They fought for Tank Davis's interim title on that night. Yeah. I can also look it up for you. Uh they would take no it would be nothing. It'd be no problem. Um Either way you want me to do it, I can do it. I can go Javante Davis's record, or I can go Isa. I'm already here at Isa Pitbull Cruz's record. So let me just take it that the timeout. And they fought at 135. Javante Tank Davis and Isa Pitbull Cruz fought at 135. It went 12 rounds. Scorecards read off: 113, 114, 115, 112, 114, 113 were all three scorecards on that night. Ironically, oh yeah, that's what he came into the fight. Isa Pitbull Cruz came into that fight. The WBO Latin champion, I think it was vacant. He was fighting for it. The WBC silver lightweight. And then Javante Davis, right? Wait a minute. Am I looking up the wrong fighter here? Oh, yeah. Wait. Whoa. Wrong fighter. Okay. Javante Davis fight, yeah, it was always at 135. I looked that up. But the shit went down and it showed me a different guy's record. Yeah, the box rec doesn't honor fucking WBA World Championship, so it wouldn't be here. It's not going to show up on Javante T. Davis's record. He fought him at 135. Score for cards were 115, 113, 115, 113, 116, 112 for the Isa Pitbull Cruz fight. I read off the different scorecards. It went down on me. I'm sorry. Wow, Isa Pitbull Cruz fought a couple good fighters, bro. Bro. Huh? Javante Davis, you got to do something, homeboy, bro. You're better than this, kid. You're fucking better than this, bro. I know you are, Tank. I know you better, bro. You got to take a chance, homeboy. You're never going to know how great you are unless you push yourself to greatness. I don't know. But anyway, fight fans, listen. What happened? 130? 130 what? Edwin, what weight did Tank and Santa Cruz fight at? Santa Cruz, not Santa Cruz, 130. What? No. Yeah. He fought Leo Santa Cruz at 130 pounds. Tank Davis was still a 130 pounder. Leo Santa Cruz started his career, what was it? 114 at 114 pounds? Or 104 or some shit? Let me see. 115. He started 114, 115. Leo Santa Cruz started his career. He fought Leo at 130. He never fought Leo at 135. So if you were thinking if he fought Leo Santa Cruz at 135, that would mean that Tank Davis did, in fact, fight a champion at 135. If he would have fought Leo Santa Cruz at 135, then he fought a champion at 135 then. You see, but since he retained that title, that Devin Haney vacated it, he never fought for a world championship. I mean, a champion, Devin Haney, Tank Davis. he ain't beat no champion to solidify that. He's done nothing. He fought Gamboa, then Leo Santa Cruz. And the problem was when he fought Gamboa, Tank Davis, he fought him at 135. He drops back down to 130 and fights Leo Santa Cruz. Then from Leo Santa Cruz at 130, Tank shoots all the way up to fight Mario Barrio at 140. So he went from 135 back down to 130, from 130 to 140, Tank Davis. With no fights in between. That's exactly what he did. So at that time, what division was Tank Davis fighting in? My man fought in 3 separate weight divisions in 3 fights. Then, after beating Mario Barrio at 140, Tank went back down and fought Isa Pitbull Cruz at 135. Then he fought Rolly. Then he fought Hector Luis Garcia. Then he fought Ryan Garcia. Then he fought Frank the Ghost Martin. Then he fought Lamont Roach. That's Tank's resume. All fights were at 135 right after the Isa Pitbull Cruz fight. He never went back down or up anywhere else. All his fights since Isa Pitbull Cruz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His last 6 fights have all been steadily at 135. He hasn't fluctuated in weight since doing the Mario Barrio thing. He stayed at 135 since then. Now, he's brought up some fighters, like we know Lamont Roach wasn't one, but that's what he's done. Tank went back down to fight him. Yeah. It went, if you're talking about Leo Santa Cruz, right? Because just before that, right? When Tank left the 130, when he left, Novaz was his last fight at 130, right? Then he went and fought Yuri Gamboa at 135. After he fought Yuri Gamboa, remember he I guess popped his Achilles heel in the fight. Remember that fight? Tank goes down to fight Leo. And Leo, he went down to fight Leo at 130, but Leo went up to fight at 130 because Leo was not the champion at 130. So Tank goes back down, brutally knocks out Leo at 130, and then loses his mind and just jumped up to fight um um uh Mario Barrio at 140. He jumped from 130, actually 129 he weighed in on fight night. He went from 129 to jumping up to 139 in his very next fight. It was crazy. One of the biggest fighters that ever did some dumb shit like that. Listen, guys. When you ever see me scratch my head, it's for a reason. It's because sometimes there's things that are happening like right in front of your face. And you like, man, listen, right? Okay. For instance, all right, check it out, guys. This is Saul Canelo Alvarez. If you're not familiar with him, Hall of Fame fighter, Mexican fighter, one of the best we have today. He has a record of 62 fights, 39 knockouts, 2 losses. Saul has never been knocked down, knocked out, or stopped. Saul Canelo Alvarez has a 62-inch arm reach. As Mexican fighters registered in his division, there are 150 Mexican fighters. He is number 1. He is currently number 1 in the world out of 1,742 fighters registered in the 168-pound division. He is only 34 years of age with 62 professional fights. The man has been busy. He's a reported height at 5'7" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay. This is a funny one. Starts his career at 140. 151, 147, 149. Nothing alarming. Nothing to see here. Everything is going according to plan. 153, 149. Same shit. Great. Everything is going awesome. Nothing to see here. Is this where shit starts to go crazy? Let me see. Hold on. This is where shit just goes crazy. My man did some pretty remarkable jumps. That's pretty fucking crazy. Okay. Floyd Mayweather, he weighed in 152. Floyd Mayweather came in at 150 with 2 bricks in his pocket. I don't even believe Floyd made 150 that night. But if they want to say he made 150, he made 150. He came in 152. After that, he goes down. He's staying right there casually. Okay, from Liam Smith. He fights Liam Smith at 154 pounds. The next fight, he jumps up to 164. The next fight, he goes to 160. Next fight, he stays in the law of gravity, 160. But no, then he defines the odds and quickly jumps up from 159 to 167. Then, no problem. Next fight, he'll drop down more weight, 160. But Saul is not done yet. No, he is not done because he is not done playing Superman. Because from 160, he jumps all the way up to 175. No problem. Saul says 175, let's drop back down to 168. Not a care in the world. 168 again. 168 again. 168 again. Let's jump back up to 175. Bam! Fight Demetrius Bivol. Then jump back down. My man is a remarkable. He can, if any. It's got to be that meat, bro. That shit is. I gotta order me some of that shit. That shit is no joke. This man plays with weight divisions like 164, 170, 160, same weight. Add 7 here, lose 7 there. Add 8, 9. Oh shit! And just jump back down here. That's some superhuman shit. He didn't skip a beat. Billy Joe Saunders beat the brakes off that man. He didn't skip a beat, bro. Back up to 175 right here to fight Demetrius Bivol. How many fights before he did that? Again, he was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, right here, he was okay. And bam, back up here. Then bam, back low there. Then bam, back up there. Then bam, low there. My man is bam. And then he is no joke. Saul, I don't know, man. I guess he can do it. I guess Saul can do shit like that. I guess he can do it. Saul's the shit. So, fight fans, listen, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about these fights? Criticism, headlines aside, I want to see some people get some knockouts. Devin Haney, from me to you, puppy, your future and your career is in your own hands. It depends on how you fight and how you sit down. You don't want to agree to the people. You want to act like when the fight is close, or you want to play it safe. Well, then you play it safe with your career if you want to. Or you need to really bite down on the gum shield and go forward and get these knockouts. You want to play the bad guy? Even the bad guy got to perform. All right? So, fight fans, love you guys. Have yourselves a great day. The sun is out. Armando in the building. How you doing? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Perhaps, yeah, it's real early. I'm going on again live tonight. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know what you guys found interesting in the video. And I'll see you guys tonight in another edition here at Round 1 Sports TV. Don't forget to give these videos a like, share the videos, comment on the videos. And I'm on to the next one. Peace, fellas. Armando, I hope you feel better, bro. I hope everything I see.